Hi, welcome to Stable Mind Yoga, and this is a practice that I like to do if I've been on a run or done something where like a cardio type exercise. So it's just a really nice way. The body's quite warm already. It's a really nice way to stretch the body out, and then at the end, just doing a relaxation, and it's like you can just like absorb everything. So yeah, this one I'd like to do already the body feeling a bit warm before you kind of get going with it. So you need a yoga mat, a block probably. Okay, so just grab those if you need them, just pause it and grab them if you need to get anything. And we're going to start standing up. Okay, so I'm going to sort of get going with it straight away. So I like to kind of just ground yourself a little bit, center yourself straight away. So just standing up into Tadasana, which is mountain pose. So just noticing where your feet are on the floor. Closing the eyes if it's comfortable. For some people, when you close the eyes, you feel off balance. So be aware of that. If you do, then open the eyes and just gaze gently on something. Don't sort of have a hard fixed stare. So be aware of the feet. So just checking they're sort of roughly hip distance apart. The knees are soft. Notice the thighs, the pelvis and hips, the spine, the shoulders, the arms and the hands, the tummy, the chest, the face, crown of the head, back of the head. So it's just bringing yourself here to the mat, ready for your practice. Okay, good. So let's just warm up through the spine first. I think that's always a good idea. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me. We're just going to bring the hands into the lower back. Inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, draw them back and down. Lift the gaze, lift the heart space. So a little bit of a back bend here, not collapsing through the lower spine. Lifting the gaze. Good. Bring the gaze back. So we're coming to a little forward fold. Keep the hands where they are actually, into the lower back. Bend the knees quite a lot. Exhale, fold from the hip crease, so the spine stays long. Keeping folding down, the knees are really bent so you can get some part of the hands down, okay? Even if it's just the fingertips here, like you're here, maybe you can't get the hands completely down. Bend the knees a little bit more if that's the case. So more of a back bend here rather than, well, not back bend, sorry, a forward fold rather than it being getting into the hamstrings, okay? We'll get to that. A few breaths here, relax the head down. But something worth noting, sometimes if you've got the head and it's lower than the heart, it can make our head feel a bit more lightheaded or a bit heavy-headed. If you notice that, then you could just bring the head up a little bit, okay? So that you lift the head higher than the heart, your blood pressure sort of goes back to normal. So it's always aware of that. And sometimes it can change like day to day, depending on what sort of day we've had, okay? Now imagine there's a chair behind you, bring the hands into lower back again, coming up. Inhale, exhale. Good, we're going to inhale, just bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming over into the side, so just doing a lateral stretch here. Push into both feet. Inhale back to center. Length again through the body, and then exhale over. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms come down. Bend the knees. And let's just let the arms swing around the body. It's a nice swing. It's not We're not forcing the arms round, little twist just to open up through the spine. Good, and then come back to centre. And then hopefully you're warm already, okay? So like I said, it's this practice is to be done when the body's already warm. So really nice one to do. It's not too long, so hopefully you've got time to add that on. It's something we don't often do, is it? Maybe we stretch off a little bit, but not really a lot, okay? And actually we just feel so much better, and you recover so much better if you've done a nice stretch afterwards. So coming to the front of the mat. So we're going to do some sun salutations. The first one we're going to do slow, then we're going to do a few fast, and then we're going to do another one where we're going to add in a few things to it. Okay, so inhale, sweep the arms up. Now I want you to inhale again, so you lengthen through the body, bend the knees, and then exhale, fold. Any lower back problems, you could just place the hands here in the lower back, okay? Good. Now step back on the right leg. So you want to get the leg as far back as you can. Lift the gaze. Okay. Chest comes forward. And then exhale into downward facing dog. If you find it hard to get that left leg back, you could drop the right knee and come onto all fours and then into downward facing dog. But if okay, downward facing dog. First downward facing dog, I always like to kind of heel out my legs a little bit of swing through the hips, head, just give the head a little bit of a movement, just make it soft. Inhale, come forward into plank, okay? If you need to, you could drop the knees here. So if your core just needs a bit more strengthening, or you find that you've got low back problems, then I would come here, but you can still really engage the core and then lower down through the chest, okay? First back bend, I like to always do Sphinx pose, so elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms out in front. Draw back into the elbows, lift the gaze, peel the tummy away from the spine, push into the feet. Good. Exhale, we're coming back into downward facing dog. Step through with the right leg. If it gets stuck, sometimes it gets stuck halfway, especially if you've got quite long legs, then just help it through. Maybe drop the back knee and get it through, okay? Because otherwise sometimes it's too far back and then we're forward of the ankle. Good, lift the gaze, exhale into that forward fold. Remember, it doesn't have to be too strong, okay? Now I like to drop the bottom, so it's like a chair behind, so you keep the length through the spine. Inhale, swooping up, exhale through the midline. So that's half a sun salute. We'll do the other half now. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Inhale again, lengthen up, bend the knees. Keep that length through the spine as you exhale, fold. Step back on the left leg, lift the gaze, relax the shoulders, push through that left heel. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower down. This time I'm going to take Cobra, which is a stronger back bend, but if you've got any low back problems, I advise you to do Sphinx pose, more gentle. Okay, so inhaling, taking the chest away from the mat, then the tummy, and then the extension through the arms at the end, okay? Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left leg through, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Okay, that's one sun salute now. So we're going to do 3 quite fast. Okay, so, fast, we're just going to go from one pose from inhale, next pose, exhale, next pose, inhale, next pose, exhale, okay? So let's come into the mat. Inhale. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Step back on the right leg, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Remember, you can drop the knees as you exhale and lower. Come through into the back bend of your choice. So it's Sphinx or Cobra. Remember, Sphinx are elbows underneath the shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step it through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bend the knees, lengthen, exhale, fold. Step back on the left leg, lift the gaze. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, into cobra or sphinx. Exhale. Step through the left leg, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Good, that's one. Doing two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Right leg goes back, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sphinx or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes through, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Left leg goes back, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step 3 with the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Okay, one more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back on the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step through the right leg, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back on the left leg, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sphinx or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes through, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Good. And pause. And just notice the energy. You know, has it changed? Does it feel like it's like come up a bit? Okay, so let's do another one, but we're going to slow it down and hold some of the poses, okay? So you can really sort of feel, get into the stretch. So let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, now take hold of the right wrist. Inhale, lengthen up a bit more. And if it feels okay, come onto your tiptoes. Let's add in a balance. Balance is always really good, helps to really focus the mind. And then if it feels fine, you're going to come over to the left. Feel that stretch down the right hand side of the body. Good, inhale back to centre, swap over, left wrist, inhale lengthen up, then exhale over to the right. Feeling the stretch now down the left hand side of the body. Inhale back to centre. Keep the arms lengthened, but relax the heels down. Take another breath in, bend the knees, exhale, fold. And let's just hold the forward fold for a few breaths. And it may be that you can lengthen up a bit more through the legs, maybe not. Breathe to the tummy, so these nice deep breaths into the tummy. Feeling the stretch either through the back or down the back of the legs, sit bones, here really into the hamstrings. Next, inhale, you're going to step back on the right leg. So still sort of following the same sequence of that sun salute, but we're just going to hold the poses now. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, push through that right heel, left hip, just see if you can roll the outer left hip back a little bit or out to the side. Good, push through. Okay, now we're just going to add in a few little things. You're going to drop that right knee, step the left leg wide, or like left foot wide, so it's sort of the edge of the mat. And then we're going to soften the upper body down towards the mat, so we kind of get right into like the groin, feel it probably on the front of your right thigh. So really nice stretch. So it's quite strong, this one. And I was told once by one of my teachers, smile. Or when you sort of, especially in this one actually, and you're sort of like kind of grimacing sometimes, but actually just try and smile and soften the face, and it's surprising actually how it does help you soften through the body. Then the focus on the breath is really important, so breathing into the tummy. I mean, it may be that you can get your elbows down here, okay, if you're quite flexible. But remember, this is your practice. You've got to really listen to your body. Today mine's feeling a little bit tight because I did PT yesterday, so body feels quite, I definitely can feel it, so I'm not going to push it too far. Okay, now walk that foot back, tuck the toe under, and we're going into downward facing dog, okay? So stepping back into downward facing dog. I'm going to hold this for a few breaths, so spread the fingers nice and wide. Relax the head between the arms, the sit bones are up towards the ceiling, and then you're relaxing the heels down into the mat. The tummy's lifted towards the spine, and then lift the tummy up into the rib cage. Inhaling, exhaling. Remember, at any point, if you need to rest, you could drop the knees and then go into swan. So that's pushing bottom back to the heels. I lost my headphone. Okay, we're going to come forward into plank. Inhale. Good. Hold. Remember, you can drop the knees, so I'm just going to demonstrate drop the knees and then lower the chest, or you don't have to do that and you can just lower the chest, okay, like more like a sort of a press up. Good. From here, we're going to come into Sphinx or Cobra, so your choice. Inhale. Relax the shoulders. Good. And then coming back into swan for a moment. That feels quite nice. Good. Inhale, come back into cats. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step through with the right leg. Lift the gaze. Hold. Good. Step it through into forward fold. Hold again. Imagine there's a chair behind you that you're sitting back onto. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands back down into the midline. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Inhale again, lengthen up. Coming onto the tiptoes. Just going to hold here. And then, don't need to take hold of the wrist, I'm just going to come over to the left. Inhale back to centre. Lengthen up. Exhale over to the right. centre, let the heels come down, bend the knees, keep the length through the body as you exhale, come into that forward fold. So we're just sort of starting to slow the energy back down now. This time, left leg goes back first. So take the left leg back, push through that left heel, right hip. So you're kind of feeling that rolling out with the right hip. Lift the gaze, relax the shoulders. Just pausing here for a few breaths. Soften the face. Be aware of the breath. Good, we're going to drop the back knee. Let that right foot come wide. Hands to the inside of the right leg, or right foot, sorry. And then just softening through the upper body down towards the mat. Breathing to the tummy. Softening through the face. Remember, you could maybe let the elbows come down. But you know your body, you know how much of a stretch this is. Is it enough? Like, is it too much? Okay, so there's a difference between a strong stretch and actually causing physical pain. Okay, so you really need to listen to your body. Softening the face, breathing to the tummy. And then walk that foot back in, tuck out under the left toes, come into downward facing dog. Holding. Inhale forward into plank. Hold. The next exhale, you're going to lower down. Lower down. Your choice, Sphinx or Cobra. I'm just going to take Sphinx pose again, just to remind people of Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, just draw back into the elbows, lift the chest away, tummy draws back towards the spine, lift the gaze. Good, hands underneath the shoulders, let's push back into swan again. My favourite pose, I think. Well, I don't know, actually I've got lots of favourite poses, but I do like this one. But this time we're going to bring the arms alongside the body, forehead down, and this is child's pose. It's very nurturing. And just another tip, if you ever feel like your head is a bit heavy-headed or light-headed, you could stack one fist on top of another and then bring your forehead to your fist. I actually find this one quite relaxing as well. It's quite nice. Try it anyway, maybe, if you've not tried it before. And come back into cat. Back onto all fours, inhale, exhale, into downward facing dog. Left leg comes through in between the hands, lift the gaze, relax the shoulders, push through that right heel, and then we're going to come forward, we're going to come through, into forward fold, hold. Drop the bottom like there's a chair behind you. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, lift up. Exhale. And pause again. Notice how the energy's changed again. Now we've slowed everything down. We've sort of had those moments of stillness, the breath. Been really able to notice the breath. How does it feel now? Let's just do one more pose, and then we're going to come down on the mat for relax. a relaxation, because I think that's a really nice way, especially if you've done a workout and then you've done yoga and then to relax, do a relaxation at the end. It's just lovely. So block would be good. Okay, so we're going to step the feet wide. Okay, so if you're mirroring me, then you'll have your right foot at the front now, and just making sure that the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Then the back foot, just turn the heel out slightly, toes in. Okay, that block may just need to come a little bit in. Okay, so we're just going to do like a extended side stretch. Okay, it's quite nice. So just softening through the knee. Let's just take it into a little warrior two to start off with. Lengthen through the arms. Relax the shoulder blades down the spine. Okay, good. Now bring the hand at the back into the lower back. Bend the front arm at the elbow. Bring the forearm to the thigh. Okay, now bring your hand at the back onto your shoulder. Inhale, let the elbow come up. Draw it round. You can feel that the chest has moved, okay? So it rotated round. So we're into now more of a side stretch. Okay, and now this is where the block, you can have the block to bring that hand to. Maybe take it onto the higher one. Feeling like I might need to do that today. Okay, now this arm could stay here in the lower back, could sweep up towards the ceiling, or it could come in line with the ear. Okay, your choice. And then you could take the block onto a lower level if you want to. It might be that you comfortably get the hand down to the floor, but what you want to make sure is that this part of your body doesn't just suddenly roll round so you can get that hand down, okay? So that's important. And it may be that actually here is enough for you, okay? Maybe, you know, you're not going beyond bringing that forearm to the leg, okay? So your choice. Okay, if you've got the arm extended, now bring it back up towards the ceiling, bring it back into the lower back. Engage the tummy muscles as you come out. Good. And if it feels okay, we're going to turn and just do the other side straight away. If not, bring the feet in quickly. Just bring the legs in, feet in. Okay, so we're going to turn other way. Okay. Again, just checking. So you think that it should just automatically line up. It doesn't always do that, okay? So just check the heel and the arch, okay? Good. Let's come into a warrior two to start off with. So arms out in line with the shoulders. Bending that front knee. Torso stacked over the ribs. Sorry, not over the ribs, over the hips. There's a tendency to us to sometimes want to move forward a little bit here. We don't actually sometimes know we're doing it. Okay, look at the front middle finger. Now bring the hand at the back into the lower back, bend at the elbow, bring the forearm down. Maybe the block does need to just move slightly. So forearm to the thigh. Now bring the other hand onto the shoulder, draw that elbow up, draw it round, feel the rib cage is moved, hand into the lower back. This may be enough, okay, to stay here. Remember, sometimes like we do a practice one day and it feels fine to be go further, and then some days it doesn't. So you can adjust accordingly. Okay, don't think because you did something one day you should automatically do it the next day. There's maybe a reason behind that, and so listen to your body. So maybe you do bring the hand down now. Maybe you bring the other arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe you bring it in line with the ear. Maybe the hand on the block can reach the floor, but is that going to compromise whether this stays a side bend or like this side stretch down here? Or will it mean that your rib cage will roll round and down? Good, one more breath. Bring that arm back, bring it into the lower back, engage the core, use the legs to get yourself back up. And then just give the legs a little shake out. I like that, feels good to do that, I'm sure. Okay, so we're going to come down to the mat now for a relaxation. You might be pleased to hear that. Okay, so coming down onto the mat. Good. Rolling onto your back and just hug the knees in towards the chest. hug them in, just make yourself comfortable. It may be that actually you want to grab like socks or a top, maybe a blanket. It's not going to be a long relaxation, just a few minutes, so you decide if you need anything. You bring the feet down. Good. Bring the arms out in line with the shoulders, palms facing down. Let the knees go to the right, head to the left, so a little gentle twist. So I like to do all this before lying down for relaxation, so that I make my body feel as long and comfortable as possible when I'm in Shavasana. Because then I can relax more if I've done that. So it's worth taking the time to get yourself into a comfortable Shavasana. Good. Inhale, come back to centre. Exhale, over the other way. Head to the right, knees to the left. Nice deep breaths. Inhale back to centre. This time now, arms alongside the body, palms facing down. Take a breath in as you exhale, lift into bridge. So lift the hips up into bridge. Push into the feet, use the glutes, use the thighs to lift you. It doesn't have to be really strong. If you want it stronger, bring your feet in, heels in towards you a bit more. Just make it a little bit stronger. So when we roll down as slowly as you can from the top of the back all the way down. So just on the exhale now, start to roll down and just take your time. Feeling the vertebrae just touching the floor one by one. And even when you're nearly there, you think that the back has touched the ground, maybe it's just got a bit more to go. Good. Just take one leg out along the mat, then the other one. Just feeling that length through the legs. Let the toes roll out to the side. Any low back problems, a rolled up mat or blanket underneath the knees really is nice. It helps the lower back soften into the ground. Now turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Lift one shoulder blade off the ground, draw it down the back. The arm will feel longer, do the other one. Lift it up, draw it down. Good. So we're in Shavasana now. It's just like, you know, you maybe have done a workout of some sort, you've done a run or HIIT session, maybe you've been for like a really brisk walk, you know, whatever you've done, you know, you've done your yoga practice now, this is a time just to let go, absorb everything, let go, but everything that you need to, but let go of what you don't need, okay, so feeling the whole back body on the ground. Feeling like you can really let go, you can really allow the body to relax into the ground and let the ground support you. The front of the body is nice and soft, softening through the face, the throat, the upper part of the chest, the heart space, the solar plexus, the tummy, front of the hips, the thighs, the calves, the feet, just softening and relaxed. Relax the sit bones, or just around the sit bones, relax them. Be aware of your breath. Smooth and steady, soft and easy. It's not Not forcing this breath in, just let it be natural to how it wants to be right now. Knowing that you're taking in what you need, letting go of what you don't need. Feeling that the breath is just so settling. Even the sound of the breath is really comforting. And if you want to, you could stay here now for as long as you want. Maybe you just think, do you know what, I haven't got to be anywhere. I can just lie here for another 5-10 minutes. Do it. You know, if you've got the time, do it. Why not? Otherwise, we're going to just start to bring some movement into the fingers and toes. Move the head gently from side to side. Bring the feet to the floor. Roll onto your side. Come up to seated. Sit however is most comfortable for you. Inhale, bring the arms up, bring the hands together, draw them down into the heart space. Bow the head, close the eyes, and just notice how you feel. How do you feel right now? Physically, emotionally, mentally, how do you feel? Just having this deeper awareness to ourselves. Checking in with ourselves, making sure we're okay, allowing ourselves to do that. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy that practice. Like I say, a great one to repeat. And it might be that you just get so familiar with it as well. It's that's always really good. Having a familiar practice, it doesn't have to be different all of the time. So thanks for joining, and see you soon.